All right. Check, bitch. Check, bitch. 1, 2, 3. Bitch, check. The bars look good. There's no way of checking. And there's a fucking train going by, which you probably can't hear. All right, this is episode. What is this? Episode 3 total, and episode 2 in the covert podcast series of the I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. And just got off the phone with Cam. Just telling him I'm doing some solo casts as well as he and I together. And I'm wondering what is it with people and like enthusiasm? You know, what is it like? I notice that whenever I get into something, it's like I get into it and I do it a lot. You know, with other people though, it'll be like one day they're right there with me, and then the next they're just unenthusiastic about it and they just don't try anymore. It's just like, what is with that shit? Like, am I just an extra passionate? Like, what the fuck? Am I extra extreme or something in my mentality? But I don't know what it is, dude. Because like literally yesterday, Cam and I do a podcast, first one. I was like, yeah, let's do tons of these. You know, I'm building a fucking brick house of podcast episodes. So I want a whole catalog. So if anyone ever likes this shit at all, then they can fucking hear a whole library full. And you can build that shit a lot faster. I have 1 billion thoughts in a day. Now I'm just recording them. So I can do 20 of these a day. They're only half hour. Doesn't matter to me. And like these covert ones, you know, I'm doing them here and then I'm pausing and then I'm running around and I'm coming back, you know. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, just the consistency of enthusiasm with people. It's like, dude, we haven't even done like 5 episodes, and I'm like, record one yourself and then send it to me, and you're just like, oh, I don't know, I guess. It's like, dude, I'd be like, fucking yeah, I'll do 5 right now. You know, it's like, I don't understand. Same with a band, you know, it's as soon as the songs start to sound like they're almost there, and it's like gonna take a few more weeks to get them just there, everyone starts to be like, oh, I already know this song, and I don't want to, there's nothing else I can do on it, and I can't improve any further, and so you can always fucking improve, dude. Like, at anything you fucking do, you can always improve. And with stupid shit like this, it's like, dude, with this is all free. Everyone's gonna listen to this. No one's ever gonna pay for this, ever. So it's like, we want to release as many episodes as possible, as fast as possible, to try to get a fan base, and then maybe someday, you know, I'll have to read an advertisement. Because right now, the only one advertising this podcast is these nuts, and that's about it. And they ain't giving any money. These nuts are they're just hanging out, just doing nothing. Just useless nutbag. But yeah, the drive and the enthusiasm, I don't know, I'm kind of a spaz, I guess. Maybe I do have ADD. Maybe I wake up and I'm just like, ugh, fucking ready. And I used to wake up and play guitar right away, and I kind of like the mornings because it's like, yeah, let's go. And no one around me is really like that too much. My girlfriend's not like that much. I'm just too much in some ways for some people. But it's like, I notice when I watch people on TV and shit, like, the really successful ones are really successful at this kind of bullshit, you know. Not really successful at a business, but successful at stand-up comedy and all this and acting. And they're like me. They're obsessive. Annoyingly so, over the top, you know, to the point where they're almost like, you know, they're almost mentally ill, like it's ruining their life a little bit. So yeah, you gotta hang out with your family a little bit, dude. You're working too much, like you're too obsessed. You know, that's me. I'm too obsessed, but without a direction, which is weird. I'm gonna waste my time on a lot of bullshit. Or is it a waste of time, or is it all a journey? And this is a covert series on a 10-minute break at work. This is only a 10-minute break, another 10-minute break, and I don't get the half-hour lunch. So that's for the record, if anyone ever hears this. But, you know, it's hard enough just to get a group of people around you. So it's like, feel like a lot of people, if you're like me, like you're gonna have to do it on your own, dude. That's why all the sports I've ever done, all the hobbies I've ever done, they're all solo. They're all you doing it by yourself. Like boxing, that's you by yourself until you have someone punching back, but really you're worrying about what you're doing. Wrestling, that was an individual thing. Guitar playing, you're alone. Archery, you're all alone when you do that. So I just kind of gravitated into things where you don't have to depend upon other people, because you can't for the most part. You can't fucking, oh, be there at 8 on Wednesday, and then as soon as that comes up, something comes up. It's like, oh, I can't be there at 8 o'clock on Wednesday now. So it's like, hey, as far as I'm about ready to drop the band right now, I'm not even fucking worried about it yet again. Because, like, we start getting to the point where each week I'm recording each song. I'll pick, like, one song, and I'll record it one Wednesday, and I'll record it the next Wednesday. And they're starting to sound kind of the same. Like, they're not increasing in quality that much. And I don't know. They're not increasing in quality, and we just missed 2 practices this week. So it's like, fucking A, dude. And for those of you who don't know, actually no one knows, for anyone who ever listens, my cousin is currently playing guitar for me. And he and I have never been able to really play in a band together because he's kind of unstructured with his playing. So it's like we can't, like, ever get anything going. So this time I told him what was up, and I said, hey, if you can get something going and prove to me that you want to take yourself to the next level, let's fucking do this thing. Because I need a guitar player, and I can't find anyone around here, dude. And I can't even find bass, drums, hardly anything. I've had 5 lineups of people here. Like, Portland is not a good music city unless you want to just do a guitar player and a drummer playing punk kind of bullshit. Or folk. It's a big folk scene. It's a punk scene. It's anything but blues. Anything with deep roots to it. They're kind of like, I don't really like it. It's like, I don't know, it's like bluesy, there's like integrity, I just, no. I wanted something that was like for little kids and spazzy. It's like, I can learn, either it's that or it's like, people don't want to take the time to learn to play their instruments in such a way. I can go jam with anyone I can go jam with, just to play around, but people don't want to learn that to that degree, so it's like you have to not necessarily learn how the instrument works. They would just want to learn how to play some songs, and that's a different thing, when you know the puzzle and you know the inner workings of the instrument, and you just know how it functions. It becomes like breathing. It becomes like singing. I'm just singing through the instrument. I'm not playing. It's like I'm doing what I want in my head through the instrument. It's not like I'm holding the instrument like separately. For me, it's conveying what I have in my brain. But you can't get to that point until you're fluid enough, until you know how it works enough. And that takes a long time, dude. You little pussy. Fucking studied for 5 years straight, dude. 5 years straight, no sex. Didn't even get a hug from anybody. Pretty sure my parents didn't call me like for 2 years on my birthday. A couple years they didn't even call me. It's just like I worked hard, sacrificed, just isolated myself, sacrificed a lot. Got out, and that's how I made my advancements in playing, because I was so bad. Just like with wrestling and boxing and stuff, you're so bad at first, and you just keep going, just keep working at that shit. Then eventually then you're the one who's good. And you're like, oh my god, like, it seems like one day it happens, but it really is. It's just the accumulation of little tiny advancements that you can't even tell they're so small, and then they add up, and then you have it. So with this, I'm just releasing tons of these, son. I'm building a pyramid of fucking podcast episodes, and when that pyramid gets big enough, you're gonna see it from fucking space. I was just watching Egyptians this morning, actually. That's why. But for real though, tons of free podcasts, spazzy. Attention deficit or disorder, I don't know, short attention span, just thoughts, tons of thoughts that other people have. People share this stuff in common, as I notice, because I listen to podcasts pretty much every day, and I know a lot of people who do, so what the fuck, whatever. Alright, this is Covert Op. I have to go do shit, and I'll be right back, bitch. Oh man, we back on it. We back on, y'all. Yes. Oh, dude. A fucking police going by? Dude, is there anything fucking better on a hot day when you're forced to wear jeans? Jesus, he's going right by. Fuck off, dude. You're wearing hot jeans and you just, just take some Gold Bond and just cram it in your asshole. Like, it's just, oh my god, dude. I can't even tell you the menthol. It's an eye rolling. Like, it's, oh god. Oh god. It's like cold. It's like the the Winter Fresh commercials where the guy eats the gum and then all of a sudden he's like, I don't know, fighting a fucking Yeti like in the Arctic Circle or whatever. It's like that in my butthole right now. Oh god, it's like surfing on a big wave of ice cold water or snow. I don't know the fuck. Oh man. Oh, it was supposed to be band practice tonight, but I think we canceling that again. Ashton's off of work today. I'm gonna do a podcast with her too. We're gonna do a where the fuck should we live edition of I don't know what to do with my life podcast, where we discuss because our thoughts are where we're gonna go. I lived in Spokane, I lived in Seattle, and now I'm in Portland. So either I'm going down into California or I'm going on the East Coast because there's nowhere in the middle. I used to live in Iowa. I was in Kentucky for a brief time in my life when I was younger. I ain't hitting that middle section to live. I mean, I'll go visit, Cleveland and shit, all these weird cities, these cities that are maybe less desirable. I lived in Nebraska, Iowa, was in Kentucky for a while. Like, I had my share of living there. So I don't see the middle happening, and I really don't see the South happening. Because the South is fucking weird, dude. Like I was saying. Like I always say. I'm drawn to it, repulsed by it. The thing about it, the South is, my girlfriend and I were discussing this, it's like, how, like, when I lived in Seattle, or if you go to New York, you see every single color of person and everything in between, from pale as hell like me, all the way to the darkest black dude ever. You see every color, every shade, Mexican, Japanese, Chinese, like Vietnamese, Korean, you see all these different all these different variations. But in the South, you go there, there's only two fucking teams, dude. I'm seeing black and I'm seeing white. And I think the problem is there's not enough Mexicans. I think the problem is there's not enough of the Asian culture and the Mexican culture, the Spanish culture in the South. We need to mix it up more. Then it becomes naturally segregated when you only have two people. It's like, then you can draw a line a lot easier. It's like, well, there's that person and this one. But when there's like so many different colors of the rainbow, then it all just like, oh, it's just everyone. It's just a bunch of fucking people. You can't signal them out as easily. But, dude, the fucking stuff around, there's certain places, like where my girlfriend works, which I won't say where, but, they have a black section. They have they have black meetings, like black people retreats and stuff, African American retreats, whatever you want to call it. And that's weird. She thinks it's weird too, because it's like she comes to work and they're like, hey, you're black. She's like, yeah, I know. Why does that have to, why do we have to mention it? Why do I have to say he was a white guy? Why do I have to say he was a black guy? Sometimes you have to say that because you're painting a picture of what the story was. Like, if you want to really picture what the event was, and he was a black guy, okay, fine. But you don't have to always say, I don't know, you don't have to always just point that out. I don't know what the fuck to deal with. Fucking people. As I'm picking my nose and talking, it's normal. It's normal life. It's picking, thinking. It's fucking hot as balls, Gold Bond in the ass. It's rocking. Covert up. Covert cast. This isn't even another 10-minute break. It's a separate day. And I've earned this. Taking a 10. Not taking up any extra time. Fucking selling shit left and right. Son, selling. Dude, selling sounds easy. You just have to not be a douche. You can be a douche and overwhelm people. And you will make sales. But then a lot of those people, they won't really like you too much. But you will have the good numbers if you're one of these, hey, how you doing, buddy? I won't follow you around. I won't leave you alone for a second to use your own brain to fucking think about stuff. It's like, dude, just acknowledge their presence as soon as humanly possible. Let them know you're there for them. Let them go do their thing. And then hit them back later. Be like, hey, are you still doing okay? That's what I want. I don't want to be bombarded. I don't want to be like, do you need help trying on that t-shirt? I don't want people in my fucking face. I'm an adult. I can do my own thinking. Speaking of own thinking, what the fuck is with people and fucking control? They can't let you just fucking do anything. Like, fuck off, fly. Get out of here. So, for example, people, and every time I start a job somewhere or I do something, I start out and they're like, dude, you're fucking smart, dude. You're good. You got this down. Like, I don't even know to train you anything, you know. Every job I pick up within a week easily. I have everything down. It's like I've worked there for months, you know. So even with that being said, they call me smart. They say all this stuff. You're a good guy. You're smart. We need more employees like you. They say shit like this. And then they proceed to not let me do anything. Not let me be in charge of anything. You know, my last company I worked for, you know, they wouldn't let me think with my own brain, but they told me how smart I was. And then every time I went to do something, they're like, this is how you need to do it specifically. It's like, dude, you said I was smart. You know, and half the time I'd come up with better ideas than you. Why don't you just cut me loose and let me do my fucking thing and make you some fucking money? Take away your stress and make you some fucking money. Like, you know? But they can't. You know, if you're loading some chairs onto a fucking truck or something, I guess there are people who can't do this stuff, but, you know, they know me, they say I'm smart, and then I go to do something, and they're like, oh, do it like this. Turn it sideways. Turn it up. Now rotate, and lean it down. Put your end down. Your end down. It goes down. And you're just like, dude, fuck off, dude. I can do anything. Probably better than you a lot of things, especially this kind of shit, because I've been sweeping and running pallet jacks and dollies for a long time because I'm a fucking idiot. Went into music, but that's another story. But, like, they tell you you're smart, and then they treat you like you're not, and it's confusing and vaguely insulting. Now, I have an issue with this from childhood. My dad used to call me a fucking idiot. You're not going to be anything. You're not going to be able to do this or be a dentist or do anything because you didn't take the garbage out. You know, for anything, it was always you're a piece of shit. So I have this issue. But then it is funny how people directly contrast. You're so smart. And then they treat me like, put the chair down like this. Do it. I'm like, dude, I just don't know what the deal is. People want to be in control. And they always want to be the ones that know everything. Or I'm the man to go to. Everyone wants to be that person. But sometimes you're fucking not. And the thing with me, because of my background, I'm okay to say, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me double check for you. Because I'm used to doing things where you suck at first. Like wrestling, you're terrible. You're not going to start out kicking ass unless you're a freak. A guitar, you're not going to start out being good unless you're a freak. Even Van Halen wasn't as good when he first started, you know. Like, you have to grow into it. And he was a freak. So even then. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't like it when people are mean to me. They're not mean. They just, everyone wants to be the one who knows. And sometimes it's okay to say, or as my dad said, sometimes the smartest thing you can say is, I don't know. And that is fucking true, dude. Because if you really don't act like you do. And if you think, and there's this pride thing where if you think someone else in the group, it almost looks like they're going to be the one to come up with the idea. And you got to like try to just let them have their idea. Maybe it's good. And if I hear a good idea from someone else, I say, yeah, I like that idea. Let's do that. And if I don't like it, I'll be like, oh, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know if I like that. That's not going to work out. So, I don't know. Fuck crazy people. Human relations. All right, covered up. Going back down. 10-minute break completed. We'll be back. Covered. Dude, can someone fucking tell me? Dude, what? There's no way. I'm not, not always right, But with the last thing I was just talking about, people not letting you just, do your thing. Yeah, I'm right, dude. It's covered up. It's episode 3. I don't know to do with my life podcast. Man, that's a fucking mouthful. I'm gonna learn to say that better. But at work, it's just like these people want to put all this product against flat on this wall, and it's just like, it'd be better to do this in a corner so I can set it up more naturally. And they're like, no, we're doing it on this wall. And I'm like, well, I've been in retail for 13 years, and I was a merchandising expert. At one point, merchandising was my only job. That's all I ever did. And I have these people telling me, do it this way. And you don't have authority over me to really tell me how to do it, but you're just like, you're so set on your own way that it's like, at some point I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself and go do it yourself. Because, I'm not doing that shit. Do it this way. And it's like, well, it's a horrible idea. I can come up with a better idea. I'm an expert. I didn't want to be an expert, but I became one. I know how to do it. I know what looks good. I know how to do it. Just cut me fucking loose and get your goddamn face out of my fucking face when I'm working. I don't want anyone to fucking bother me. When I'm working, I don't want someone to come over, put their head and be like, what are you doing? How you doing that? How's it going on? Especially when it's someone who's a fucking equal. It's not someone who's I'm not talking management. I'm not talking president of the company. I'm talking co-worker. And one of the co-workers doesn't even have seniority. Only one does. The other one, I have seniority over. And they tell me no. They go, no, you can't do this. Not allowed. Sorry. Not gonna let it happen. It's just like, you have no authority, and fuck you. And I know what I'm doing, dude. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I really know what I'm doing, and I can do better. So here's the question. How do you let this shit go? That'll be the final subject on this podcast today of the Covert Op podcast edition. How do you let this shit go? How do you let this not bother you over time? Because, I'm going about my day, I'm doing my job, and someone puts their face right in my way and says, why are you doing it like that? That's a bad idea. But they don't really know. They're not qualified, and I am qualified. It's like, the thing is, I can't say what I'm thinking, because what I'm thinking is go fuck yourself, get away from me, because that's how I'm telling you. People from New York, people from bigger cities, East Coast, I understand that. Like, go fuck yourself, get away from me, this is my thing. I don't know how to say it nicely, like, oh, well, because if I do, what I do is, oh, well, maybe if we tried this way, they go, no, and I go, well, this is kind of my job, and I've done this for a long time, and they're just like, no, they just kind of stick with no, and it's just like, there's no other way to tell them but than to get in a fight with them. And that's the thing, is I don't want to fight, but I do want to do my job, and I want to do my job independently enough that I don't have someone in my face all the time, let alone someone who's doesn't have the authority to have their face in mine. So, how do you let it go? How do you let stuff like this go? In your fucking life, how do you not let it just fester and make you angry? Because clearly I'm angry. Clearly it pisses me the fuck off. It's very hard to not let it piss you the fuck off. Especially, when they tell you you're smart and they act like you're a goddamn moron whose only job here is to cut down cardboard boxes and sweep. All you do is you organize. You take out the garbage, you get to go to the dump. You get to go do all this garbage that we didn't hire you for when you are an actual retail expert. With an amazing eye, with a great eye for color and design. I know how to do it, dude. I know I can do stuff, but I guess the way I'm going to let it go is, I know that's the thing, is you just do it. Letting go, it's not like you have to it's not like there's a recipe for it, you just fucking do it. But the problem is, you have to practice letting go, and I think that's meditation, right? That's when you're practicing letting go of things, so you're strengthening that muscle of letting go of things. And when you strengthen that muscle, it gets stronger and becomes easier to just let shit go. And some guys get to a point where covert up. Some guys get to a point where they could lose everything. They could lose their house and lose everything, and they can let even that go. They can let that go and move on. It's just this overthinking that fucking makes you fucking crazy. No, it's this fucking overthinking that makes you fucking miserable, dude. It's just the way it goes, So, it's the way it is, and that's the way it's gonna be. Oh, covert out. Someone's coming. Coming right now. Coming for me. And you just locked me in. Why'd you lock me in, dude? I already locked it. I'm coming from this side. And then there's that feeling that, the people around you just don't fucking like you, dude. And it's like, I don't really know what I ever did I think that happens. I just naturally separate from people if they're not, when they're not like me, when they're not passionate, when they're not driven, I just kind of it just naturally ends up where I'm off working and doing stuff, and they're all in a group over there talking, and I'm over here working alone. Even at times when one of them could be helping or maybe should be helping me, they'll all be in a group talking because they're buddies and friends, and because I'm not buddy and friend, I'm just the employee, I'm off working alone. It's happened at every job the last few jobs I've had, now that I think about it, it's happened like that. Because before I was running the team, I was the manager, I was, but actually all the jobs in Portland have been like that. They've been like, eventually I become the outsider. I'm no longer cool for some reason because I'm fucking fun as shit, bitch. But all my other fucking jobs, I was the fucking personality of the goddamn place. Making dick jokes, making ball jokes. Hyped up on caffeine, weed, just getting shit done, working. Just working the whole fucking world. Part of me fucking hopes that someone from my job sees this or listens to this and then they fucking fire me. But, I like the job, but I just want to do my job. I want to help. I want to make this company the shit, and thereby making me the shit through that, But they just can't. Just can't, let it be. Let me be. Fucking trucks. Just let me be. Let me do my thing. But, I'll get with a company someday that will let me do that, or I'll fucking do my own thing. That's what it's coming down to. I'm going to do my own thing, or I'm going to fucking die trying. It's like, I'll be damned if I have someone else putting their face in my face and tell me how to do something when I'm the one who knows how to actually get it done. And they don't know, but they're just speculating, That's a CrossFit shit. CrossFit. Oh, listen to let's go to CrossFit, listen to what they say, and then you look at the CEO and he's fat. Not listening to the goddamn word you say. You don't even walk the walk, talk the talk. You're just yapping. You're not even, especially in that industry, you're supposed to be a fucking walking billboard. But that's how it is in life. You have big, huge, fat motherfuckers telling you how to box properly. And it's like, dude, when's the last time you boxed, dude? And you only boxed for like a year, so it's mostly theory? Like, what? You have women judges for boxing that have never been fighters for real, but they're judging boxing. And it's like, you're not in the fucking position. You don't know, but you think you just know because you learned the knowledge because of Google. Just because you can study that doesn't mean you truly know what it's like to be there, the intricacies of everything. That's how people are. They just can't fucking... They have that ego, that pride. I have to be the one that gets the idea. My idea has to be the one that passes through. Even if somewhere inside I know you might be better at this than me, and in this case this idea might be better, but I'm not even willing to try your idea. And that's what kills me, is that I'm willing to try other people's ideas. I don't always have the best ideas. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I'll admit when I don't know. Others won't. And it's like, oh, geez. How do you let it go? Just do. Maybe this podcast will help. Maybe I can. Maybe that's what I'm just doing right now, bro. Fuck. Maybe just fucking letting it go by yapping to all my listeners. There's so many people listen to this. It's like crazy. I don't even listen. Yeah, someone will listen. No one will listen. But I don't care, dude. It's not about that. It's just, doing something for no reason. Maybe something good will come of it. And if it fucking doesn't, then at least I did it for fun and it was something to do, You just gotta rise up, people. Alright, this is episode 3 of the I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. Clearly. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to function within it. And I don't know how to react to others also. So if there's anyone else out there like this, which I know there are some, I'm going to open up these emails at some point and have you guys ask questions as if I know any fucking answers, or just fucking vent to me, dude. Just like I'm doing right here. Tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm right, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Something to do while other people are telling me what to do. So fucking yeah. Alright. See you later. Cam and I are doing one of these, I don't know, some point. Let's see some.